I think this shirt will do for the topic of this video. So welcome back to the daily vlog. Welcome back to another sit-down talking video. The kinds of videos that I hate making, but I still make anyways. Now in this video, I definitely am going to be offering a little bit of value. It's something that I've kind of been taking more to heart lately, especially with me going back and forth from my favorite place on the planet. Really the message that I want to drive home in this video, and the thing that I want people to take away from this. So Alan and I just got back from the Outer Banks maybe about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago, and we stopped up in Hunt Valley and got some dinner and then came back here to the house. We didn't leave the Outer Banks, we didn't leave the house until about 10 o'clock, and then we stopped to grab breakfast at Sheila's, and then we didn't really make it off the Outer Banks. We didn't leave the Barrier Islands until about 12 o'clock today. So we've been driving for pretty much 6 hours straight. So we've been driving for pretty much 6 hours straight, going from the Outer Banks all the way back up to Baltimore, and that's roughly about 6.5, close to 6 hours, I want to say. And I drove the first 3 hours, first 3.5 hours. Alan drove the last 3 hours. So it was kind of nice. It was a really good drive, and I really enjoyed it. The trip overall, the bachelor weekend for Alan, my sister's fiance, was awesome. Yesterday was obviously my favorite day because we went out and did a little bit more rather than just staying all hunkered down in Salvo. But we went out and did a bunch of things, and I got to have my third TL burger, so that was the highlight, I think. But it was all in all just a really good day. I really enjoyed yesterday. But even as last night was coming to a close with that bombing sunset, with us finishing up our adventure at Fish Heads Bar and Grill, I just couldn't help but just stop and look around. It wasn't so much that I just wanted to capture everything, because yes, I was just overwhelmed at the fact that the sunset looked amazing, and I was at Fish Heads, which is one of my favorite places down there. Everything just looked great. The Outer Banks, Nag's Head, Fish Heads, everything just looked amazing. The ocean looked amazing. Everything just looked great. And I couldn't help but just look around and take it all in. And this is something that I definitely didn't get to do a whole lot of last week when I was down in the Outer Banks, is take myself out of my camera, put the lens down, put the camera down, and just stop myself and go ahead and just take a look around. And this was something that I really thought about more of yesterday, and a lot about today, this morning, as we were packing up and as we were leaving. I just would stop periodically and just take a look around and just kind of take in what was around me. Now I did this for like the first hour or so of the drive, because it took us literally an hour to make it from Salvo up to the top of Kill Devil Hills. And that whole drive right there, I always try to look at everything and just see everything, see all the shops, see all the restaurants, the different places, the different little landmarks, the monuments, the parks that are along the way. And I just try to take it all in. I try to absorb it, because I never know when I'm going to make it back down there. I know that I go down there each year for like a family vacation, but once again, this is one of my favorite spots ever. The Outer Banks has had such a profound impact on my life that every time I leave there, I hate leaving there. I really do. But still, though, as we were driving, I just kept looking around. Just kept looking at different things and just trying to remember them as best I can. And even right now, even throughout the rest of the day, as we were driving and we made it through Virginia and made it into Maryland, I just kept thinking about these small little moments, these little bits, these frames or these little clips that would play over in my head of these little moments and stuff from the Outer Banks, these things that I, tried to remember from this trip. There were lots of things that I recorded. There were lots of things that I didn't record. And most of these moments, most of these things that I had recorded were things that I just kind of wanted to hold on to. I didn't want to just solely remember this trip by everything that I filmed and everything I took pictures of. This was more so, it was more so a realization that there are some things you just can't capture with a camera. There's some moments you just can't preserve with a photograph or with a video. It's best to just put it down, and it's best to just look and try to remember and try to just take that in as best as you can. And this is something that I feel like that all of us who are young photographers or videographers, we struggle to understand. We struggle to realize that you don't always have to capture everything with a camera. There are definitely tons of moments, and there's tons of things that I see on a regular basis that I wish I could take pictures of, or I wish I could film, but it just does not look the same when the camera captures it. It has a much different feel if you put down the camera and just witness it with your eyes, or just try to remember it, try to take that all in without the use of technology. That's kind of why I think this ties back to that line from Ferris Bueller's Day Off when he's like, you know, life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop to take a look around, you just might miss it. And I think that it's an instance like that when you're either going to or you're leaving your favorite place and you don't want to leave, but you want to kind of just live in that moment as best you can. There are some times where you just try to capture it and you can't. It's best to just be in that moment without getting yourself too distracted by, I guess, your camera or your iPhone or something like that. So that's really all I wanted to say for this video. I know it's nothing crazy, it's a little philosophical, but I'm still just playing around with different ideas here, and I just figured that I kind of wanted to share that with you guys and share my thoughts and share, you know, what was on my mind today with you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I miss the Outer Banks, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.